Pull up a stool and pour yourself a pint as you're about to join three intrepid drinkers, Kevin, Justin, and Mark, as they embark on another Beertastic voyage.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Beertastic Voyage. My name's Kevin.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Justin.
And today we are going to be drinking beer from Paladin Brewing Company. That, even though it says it's from Youngstown, Ohio, I'm informed that it's actually from Boston, Ohio.
That is correct.
Might possibly be the outskirts of it. But
Other than Cincinnati and Cleveland, is there any other place in Ohio that is an end in town?
Columbus.
Canton.
Fuck both of you. That was way too fast. I'm really hoping somebody had to think about that a little bit.
There's also
a
Vienna,
little town
but
called
they
Cincinnati.
pronounce it Vienna.
Do they really?
Yes.
That's infuriating.
Vienna, but it's called Vienna.
Yes. It is literally Vienna, but they say Vienna.
But it's an E. Why is it an A? Vienna? No.
B-I-E.
I don't know. We're talking about Midwesterners here.
Right, true. That's all the point.
I don't trust them.
Alright, well,
They may be polite, but they're still racist.
yes.
Anyone in the Midwest, you've got a problem with that, call us. Or email us and let us know.
Yes.
I will fight you.
Exactly. So, we've got Mark. I'm guessing you muled this back from hanging out with your brother out that way
I did, yeah. This is from my most recent trip out to Ohio.
for Rob's wedding festivities.
That is correct.
Congratulations, Rob and Sarah. Our first drink will be to you.
Indeed.
Cheers. Many
Cheers.
years of happy marriage.
So,
So you have the homework for this? You got some backstory for
yes,
us?
indeed. So, Paladin was founded by John Chandler and to a lesser extent his wife back in. The brewery opened in 2015, and John started off homebrewing in 2008 with a Mr. Beer kit.
There you go. We got a couple of those floating around.
As so many have done.
And, he was inspired to open up his own brewery after taking a trip out to Colorado back in 2010 and was just, amazed by the breadth of variety that was available out there at the time.
Okay.
And when he came back to Ohio, he decided that, he was going to open up his own brewery. Now, interesting notes about that is that he's a cancer survivor of, I forget the actual name, but it's a cancer of gland ducts and whatnot. So he actually endured a 15-hour surgery, lost an eye, and had pretty significant damage done to his sense of taste.
That sounds horrible.
From the surgery, I mean, the great news is that he's now cancer-free.
Okay. That's good to hear. Happy to hear that.
And he actually got the opportunity to collaborate, for lack of a better term, with Mr. Beer to release one of his beers as the Mr. Beer kit.
Oh,
that's really cool.
That's awesome.
When they heard about his story, and in addition to that, they also produce a beer that they call Cancer Sucks, which is an ESP, and a portion of every pint of that salt goes back to cancer research.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. That's how it should be.
Yeah, it's pretty great, and it's just a great all around family type place. When we were in there, they I think it might have been John actually. I'm not entirely sure, but surprised my daughter with a Capri Sun juice box, here you go, kid.
That's awesome.
Every kid loves Capri Sun.
And then
Just don't like putting straws in.
I'm not sure if it was his kids or one of the employees' kids, but there was a bunch of kids just hanging out, playing with some of the games in the tap room and stuff while we were there. It's just really nice space. I'm not sure the size of their brew house, but I want to say it's probably 15 barrels.
That big? Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good size.
Yeah, they've definitely grown and expanded a lot in the short time that they've been open, and the beers that they're making are just really great, and it totally makes sense as to why they've had the success they have in a short period of time. Because, I mean, specifically where they are in the Austintown area, there aren't any other breweries that I'm aware of.
Was it busy when you were there?
It wasn't very busy, just because we were there on a Thursday
Okay.
afternoon.
Yeah, it was like middle of the day, I would imagine.
But there was still half a dozen people in there
That's awesome.
for a Thursday afternoon, and I they literally celebrated their third anniversary like the next day. I want to say.
Wow.
It seems like the kind of joint we would hang out at. Because that sounds like our kind of place.
It reminds me. I mean, again, not the same size, but it kind of reminds me of like the 1940s or inspired by it, something like that. Like a hangout place, very local. Was it size-wise, the tasting room? What would you equate it to?
The size of their tasting room is probably on par with like Brewers Collective.
Wow, that big?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
But like their production area is easily at least then double again what the Brewers Collective has.
Well, it
now.
would have to be with a 15-barrel house.
Yeah. Yeah, they just have like a huge space to themselves, and they also have like an outdoor like seating area, and there's like
Do they have the stone scores? That's important.
they don't have stone scores.
Still waiting to try.
Unlike Crooked Tongue, but they do have like a permanent like food truck situation where like
It's up on blocks.
there's like a trailer park there, and the operators are there like
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or something like
That's
that. I want to say.
There you go. That seems like a great hangout spot. If I'm ever out there, I'll have to stop in.
That's pretty cool.
Everything I drank was really good as well, and the core of the place and everybody that was working there was super friendly, and yeah, I mean, I was like, so what do you have in packages to go? And he's like, well, and they've got banners or pennants. I don't know what you want to call them necessarily.
Are the triangle ship?
No, so I guess banners, then, right?
Yeah.
So, of all of their like 22-ounce bomber bottles, like all the artwork they have.
So it's kind of like what Great South Bay has going on.
Yeah, to an
Similar.
extent, yeah. So they have all of those, and it's like, so we've got all of those, and then they had some 6-pack cans, I think. So one of them was the cream ale that we've got here, and then they also had, was it an IPA or a session IPA? I forget exactly. It was like, and if you want anything else, I can put it in a crowler for you. And that's what we've got for number 2 today.
Oh, beautiful. So let's talk about number 1. I've smelled it and had a couple of tastes of it. It's cream ale, right?
Yeah, this is their D20 cream ale.
Yeah, I'm
D20, nice.
Yeah. Take a look at the can.
I'm looking at the can. It's got the D20 on it. And everything's got that kind of riveted armor look going on to it. And then the can reads, "Are you a fan of the D&D world but new to craft beer world? Take a chance on Paladin's D20 Cream Ale, which is designed to be a clean, crisp, refreshing ale similar to an American standard lager, with just a little extra malty, sweet aroma to give it a slightly richer flavor." And it comes in at 5.6% ABV and 20 IBU. So that seems pretty approachable. I took a sniff of it and it smelled good, but I have not gotten a chance to take a sip of it.
Again, color-wise, we're looking at sort of straw color. Fairly clear, potentially a little bit of a haze, but
I don't have any haze.
No, you're good. I must just have a dirty glass. Yeah, maybe the bottom of the can or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're crystal clear. You also have to pull a new glass.
Yeah.
I think the remnants of our last session may have dirtied up the glass a little.
I believe that happened. But aroma-wise, it's super clean. I get a little bit of the corn factor you expect.
Yeah, it's got that hint of sweet corn.
Yeah, and flavor-wise, the same thing, but it's clean, and I enjoy the slightly silkier mouthfeel of the cream ale that you expect to have. Very slightly.
Yeah, as far as cream ales go, I like this one. It doesn't overdo it on the hops, which they sometimes try to do. But,
right. And that's what it's really nice about it.
I think for what they were trying to go with, what the can says is true. They were trying to go for a slightly maltier version of a classic mass market Pilsner. This is a good take on it for me. I'm happy to have this. I think we maybe let this little can hang out a little too long. I would like it a bit colder.
Yeah, these beers have been sitting out for too long.
Well,
yes.
The last episode we recorded, and if you were listening to this, that means you've listened to the 2 other episodes that we already recorded.
And if you haven't, then pause and go back.
Yeah, go back and listen to it, because our anniversary episodes that we had to break it into episodes
we took it to 11.
Was an epic journey on our case.
It certainly was. We needed to roll many D20s along the way.
And I would say this one, I would go as far as I would say that this one rolls a natural. World's a natural tonic. Like this one is good to go. For what it says it is, I think it delivers exactly what you expect from it. It's really tasty, and for me, I'd probably go with a bomber on this one. I could drink a couple of these, and on the right occasion, I might drink more than a couple of these. I'm down with this one.
It's a really good beer. I think that it was extremely well made. Only because it's not a style that I'm overly excited about. It'd be a pint for me, but I would really enjoy the pint. It's an extremely well constructed beer.
Like the first, like if you stopped in this brewery and this is like the first pint that you had or this first part of the flight, you'd be like, I'm in. Let's get going.
What's interesting to me is when I go to a brewery and there's a beer like this that's really well done, I get twice as excited for the styles that I really enjoy, which we actually have. I think the next two are in that wheelhouse. Because if I like this so much and the attention to detail, there's nowhere to hide in this beer. There's no adjuncts. There's nothing that you're going to be able to say, oh, well, it tastes like peanut butter or anything like that. You can't go anywhere. No. This beer is, if there's anything wrong with this, you're going to know. And there's not.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even have this in my flight while I was there, but based upon the quality of the other 4 beers that I had, like the next 2 beers I did have while I was there, but based upon the 4 that I had in my tasting, like I had no qualms with buying the 6-pack of the cream ale.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. So you did get a 6-pack of the cream ale. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got a 6-pack of 12-ounce cans.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cream ale.
No, this is a really good one, and it gets me excited to try the next 2 because the next 2 are more of the styles that we lean to and get really excited about. I know the last episodes we geeked out over our sour fetishes, but before we were going crazy about sour beers, we were going crazy about the porters and the stouts that we had coming up. So I'm happy about that.
Certainly, but before we crack open
go for your rating.
Yeah, I'm going to give the D20 a bomber.
Yeah,
because it definitely is. It's a great crushable beer, and I can drink it easily.
Yeah, solid, super solid lawnmower beer that shows a lot of skill.
Agreed. Justin, you just really
Sure can.
rinse it out.
Actually, I'm going to join you in that. And I didn't have to turn the thing because you don't need that.
Yeah, I don't need your glass. It's already dirty.
It's not helpful.
What do you bring to the table?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
It's because I stole your headphones.
It actually is really weird. Like you know what's funny? I hear you guys so much better through the headphones. Kevin's monitoring audio right now.
Yeah, just to try something a little different.
I hear you so much better through the earphones than I do just now when I like out of your mouths. It's really funny. Man, I'm looking at Mark's pour over there, and I can see the head. Is this the porter?
This is the porter.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the head on it's pretty nice.
This is the Paladin Porter, which is a Baltic-style porter. I think I said robust before, my bad.
You did, but that's okay.
It is.
They're cousins.
6.9% alcohol with 31 IBUs, and their flavor text says this porter is a good example of a Baltic porter, which is a big, complex, and flavorful. It is bigger, richer, sweeter, and more alcoholic than even a robust porter. It's slightly roasty with small hints of dark fruit notes, easily enjoyed by the pint.
All right then. Well, definitely dark brown. I don't know if it goes to black, but it's really close.
Yeah, I would actually give this one.
Yeah, this might in fact be black.
I wouldn't necessarily go like full black opaque, but it's at least light black.
Yeah.
It falls into our
certainly
famed light black category.
I'm fighting for that one. I'm gonna write that shit on score sheets.
I just want a gray T-shirt that just says this is light black. That's all I want.
I don't get a lot on the aroma. I mean, maybe a tiny hint of roast.
Yeah,
I get roast, and I also get a little bit of like dried fruit.
I'm gonna cover mine up a little bit.
I get the roast. I don't necessarily pick up the dried fruit on the aroma.
I took a sip, and I definitely get a very deep plum flavor.
Yeah, it definitely has that in the flavor.
And then I would say it finishes a little bit like a little acidic, almost like a coffee, very little bit, but in a good way, not like an acrid or gross way.
I have none of it.
Pausing. When you got it is pretty good. When you got your flight, what did? Well, I mean, you didn't get the cream ale. You got the other two. You said you got 4. What were the other 2 you got?
I got I believe it was a raspberry brown
That sounds good.
that I didn't really care for. That was the one that I cared for the least out of the 4. And then let's see if I can find the picture.
I see it looks Justin. I took a sip, and at the end, I get a little bit more of the acid finish at the end. It's not the most pleasing thing in the world, but it's definitely there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's also a product of the how warm it is when we're drinking it. I think a little colder, it wouldn't be there.
Right.
It would still be there, but it wouldn't be as prevalent, I think. I have to say that the thing I like the least about this is the mouthfeel. It's a little thin. Feels a little thin for me for porter, and I don't think it carries the flavor as much as I'd like. But I do like the stone fruit flavor of it a lot.
My bad, I'm a liar. I actually did drink the D20.
Oh, okay.
Flight.
I can't trust that.
But
No,
that
it's all over
this was also like the 4th brewery I think we went to that day. So.
Oh shit! Really? I didn't realize you would went on that big of a trek.
Oh yeah, we spent Thursday driving all
Speaking of treks, your brother has been breaking on tap based on his Facebook post.
They were.
Really?
On
they were
on
out
his
in
honeymoon
Portland.
out west. Like, I guess it's their honeymoon, but like every 20 minutes, I feel like he's checking into a different spot and like posting a different beer. I'm like, dude, you were putting.
Anytime I'm anywhere with the LIBFE crew in particular, like everyone's always like, "Can you post it on Tap? I'm gonna piggyback on that." And I'm like, I'm so glad that I don't do that shit. Like I was all in on Tap for like a month, and then I'm like, this is exhausting.
I can't.
I don't need reminders of what I'm doing to myself.
This is my effort in putting into drinking. I don't need to put it in on
Yeah, exactly.
separate.
Yeah. Our effort is for you people. Like, you know, it doesn't need to extend to my personal drinking and finding out that, you know, not only have I drank 500 unique beers on this podcast, well, after the last episode, 600.
Right.
You know, I don't need to know what other additional issues I'm having. Anyway, to get back to our Paladin Porter, which is a fucking fantastic name. I'm probably going to settle in somewhere on a. Probably going to be a pint for me. I enjoy it, but I don't think it is exactly what I'm looking for in a porter.
It's easily a bomber for me. Again, I think it's gotten a little too warm sitting on the table for as long as it has, but I really enjoyed this a lot at the brewery. Excuse me. I still enjoy it now.
Yeah, I think I'm going to second Mark on this one and make it a bomber as well. There's definitely enough enjoyment going on that I want to come back for the second pint of it. It might be a bit more that I want to keep drinking after that, but I could easily see myself sitting down and having 2 of these, especially with a meal. I think it's a strong enough beer to hang out. Like this and a burger, I think might be a good beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be strong enough to hang up to a good strong
I can see that
flavor. Like
It definitely with the fat, yeah.
Yeah, like that fat might cut through that fat a little bit.
Especially with the acid.
I think it'd be a good combo.
It does have some really good chocolate notes that are kind of lost with as warm as we're drinking it right now. It's kind of lost under the roast, but it really does have some really good chocolate notes.
I can see the hints of that there. I think a lot of the acid I'm finding is probably the remnants of that, just 2 to 1.
Yeah.
No, I like this. And they're 2 for 2 for me right now. Like on the beers that drink. I gotta say, I love the artwork that they have on it. The can, like I said, has like this riveted armor thing going on, and then the crowler has like an old timey map with a wood wainscoting going on at the bottom.
It's not even just that. The font they're using for the text fits in perfectly in like the D&D universe.
Yeah, like
the instructions here.
It looks exactly like the font that you would find in the monster manual or in the player's guide.
Exactly.
It really is that. And the third beer that we're going to drink for them today, the Imperial Knight, has this really awesome looking like knight in armor on the I want to say on the cover. Because like to me, it's the kind of knight that you would see on the front of one of any number of fantasy novels.
It also looks it looks
and
straight out of EverQuest.
It's got to be. They all have to be the same artist because there's definitely like all of their bomber, all the beers that they package in bombers.
Yeah.
Like they all have similarly epic labels with like dragons and scantily clad women on them.
Oh, really?
They are my people. I love these guys. If anyone listening is a 40K nerd, and if you know what I say by that, then you automatically are. That this Paladin on the bottle here would make a great Grey Knight.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm talking about, then shoot us an email, let us know what you play, and we can talk about that for a second.
Yeah, I see. D&D is an interesting thing to me. Especially in high school, I was good at school, but I was more of a jock than anything else.
Right.
So obviously, started fencing, and there was a bunch of people in fencing that played D&D.
Weird. You
Yeah,
would never
right.
think that those two
I
overlap.
played with them a couple times. The problem was they were too hardcore to like be an introduction to D&D.
Right.
Like I didn't know what the hell a paladin was, and when I didn't automatically know that, they were like, "Well, fuck you, we don't have time for you."
Yeah.
So I never got into it, but I could have seen myself going into it like a deep rabbit hole. Did you play, Mark, D&D? Were you like?
No, I can't really get behind the whole like I'm role playing this character that's like seems to be required by a lot of people that are like really into D&D where they keep it going.
Oh yeah, I can't. I would never like. I know some people get crazy and they play with like voices and shit. And, like, they get. I'm not doing that.
No.
But I would like to play it to like win. Like make decisions and play the game.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. I'm not down for the actual role playing portion of it.
I will say I've played a few rounds here and there. I played a little bit in college with a few people that I met through the fencing club.
Right.
Which they were much better D&D players than they were fencers.
That's
And
how it works.
it's a really fun game, and just like anything else, you can get into it. The characters are kind of fun because it allows you to be a version of who you want to be. Like it's just like anything else. I'm sure the work Justin is a little bit different than home Justin. Not as much as some other people, but
they blend more and more every day, which scares me.
right. But you understand.
Home Justin gets way too at home at work sometimes.
Well, that's only because you've stopped wearing pants at work.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But you understand what I'm saying. Like everybody puts on different hats and goes to do different things. So to play a game and get a chance to put on a different hat for a little while is kind of fun. And there is a lot of fun to be playing the action part of it, of rolling the dice to move the character, to move the pieces, and it becomes more like a board game almost. And that part, especially when you're interacting with people, to say, okay, hey, you, me, and this other guy, and whoever else is here, are going to work together to solve this problem or defeat this monster, and there's someone who's coordinating it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I can imagine that. That's why I sort of wish I had stuck with it, but
it is another time commitment that I do not have the time to commit to.
no. All right, so you poured out a massive head on this Imperial Stout. What's going on over here?
So, as we said, this is called Imperial Night. It is a Russian Imperial Stout. The ABV is 9. And the IBU is 70.
Okay, now.
And their flavor test is Imperial Night is a Russian Imperial Stout, which uses a magnificent amount of hops to balance the deep, dark, and roasty malt bill. Clocking at 9%, this beer is much like an Imperial Soldier, big, strong, and complex. Good to the last drop with a smooth and mellow finish.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
See, I was looking at the computer screen where you're rubbing your stomach or your nipple.
No, I was rubbing my stomach.
Yeah, but you reached up a little for the nipple.
No, it's upper stomach. It's upper stomach. It's everything's a little bit.
I thought you were just clipping it with the index finger. I do that on
that might have happened. That might have happened intentionally, not intentionally. Not sorry about that. And the right one just hasn't. It's always like that. There's nothing I can do. Now I'm all distracted. Got me all excited. I was going to say that the head is that lovely dark tan color.
It's one of the darkest heads on a beer we've had.
That's really
It's not quite like Black Friday. Black Friday is like,
half a step removed from the beer itself.
Yeah, exactly. But it's so fluffy.
Now, this one is really cool. Again, the artwork on it is fantastic.
The smell on this is outstanding.
Yeah, this
Smells
was
tasty.
definitely outstanding when I had it at the brewery.
Did you have this on tap?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's I get a lot of milk chocolate on the nose. I mean, a little darker than milk chocolate, but it's not dark bitter chocolate.
No, and it's also you can also smell the alcohol in it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got the oiliness going on.
Yeah.
Of a good Russian Imperial Stout.
Yeah. Is this no barrel situation here, right?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's good. Really, really good. Really blends the coffee notes and the chocolate notes together. They're in a really good package.
Yeah, and it is super smooth. Like you can smell a bit of alcohol on the nose, but you really don't taste any. Like it doesn't taste hot at all.
No. And again, my only complaint was the body is a little light for an Imperial Stout, like in what I think of. I don't think it's like out of style or crazy or anything. But actually, I think it helps the beer a little bit. I think that
It flows. It flows.
yeah, it almost lightens it up a little bit, and you get more of the flavor. It's also, I mean, you get the head sticking around. It's pretty carbonated too for an Imperial Stout.
I think it falls. I don't think it's anything that's I've never seen before. I think
No,
it
it's
falls
not.
well in the category.
It's not crazy. It's just a little. I think they moved the carbonation up a little bit. And I think it delivers the flavors a little bit better for what they did.
I gotta say,
I'm not sure how much of it is that and how much of it is it's a little on the warm side, so that what carbonation is there is not as readily dissolved into the beer.
Gotcha.
well, I would say that the aroma just keeps coming back. Like it's such a good smell of beer.
It really, really, really
Like,
is.
It's definitely like the aroma is all like roasty chocolate.
yeah,
and
it's just
a
so
hint of-
delicious.
A hint of the alcoholic warmth.
Yeah. It smells like slightly alcoholic chocolate cookies. Like that's what it smells like.
It's like a siren song to me. You smell it, you're like, oh, it's fucked up.
I know there's
It's
rocks
so
over
good.
there, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
catch the boat anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
We're steering
Yeah.
onto the rocks. Let's go. We're hanging out. While
Somebody pours you a pour of this in a Tula Flash, and you're like, oh, it's on. Like, if I have two of these, this is going to be a hell of a night.
And what did we say it comes in at?
It's like it's 9, right?
pretty
And at the
strong.
end of the night, somebody's gonna get swallowed.
It's at 9% ABV. It's strong. It's gonna.
All of your records are.
Yeah. This is, Jesus God, the head is still there. It's okay.
I think for me, this one's gonna fall into a bomber category as well. The flavors are big and strong, and I don't think I could go for the growler on it. But the bomber that it comes in, like, we're recording this on Labor Day weekend, which means you're starting to think fall thoughts
Yep.
and starting to think cool weather and like
And Kevin's starting to touch himself thinking of the pile.
start to think of leaf piles, starting to think of setting up the camp, setting up the fire in the backyard, and hanging out, drinking those kind of beers. It's my jam.
Yeah.
It's my favorite time of year when it gets nice and cool at night, and you can be warm by the fire and drink this. It doesn't get much better.
As much as I love having a fire and drinking beers like this,
Yeah.
fall is depressing as fuck for me.
Gosh,
It's so depressing. I hate that time of year.
that's only because you're losing money during the football season.
And that's part of it. But the other part of it is, obviously I spend a lot. I like to spend time outside and everything. But the main thing is, I know snow is coming. I don't mind cold so much. I really don't. Obviously, I don't want it to be 0 degrees, but I don't really give a shit about it being cold. That cold, I don't like snow, man. I can hate snow so much. It's so depressing. I get off of work when it snows for the most part. I'd rather go to work.
I gotta say, since becoming a homeowner, snow has become a lot less interesting.
Oh, it sucks a huge dick. You look outside and you're like, I shoveled a fucking hour ago and I can't see my driveway. What the fuck? And then the best part is you're done and you hear it. You hear that fucked up sound, that out in the distance. You're like, goddamn plow is coming. And my end of my driveway is going to be impassable in 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And you go inside and you're in the bathroom because after anybody shovels, you have to take a dump. There's no two ways about it. You put so much effort for it, you have to take a shit. Maybe it's just me. Everyone's looking at me weird.
No, I'm concurring.
Okay. And you're in the shit. There's no one has that. If you have that big of a window in your bathroom, you have problems. But I can't see my driveway from my bathroom, and you just hear the shunk as he drives past and puts the fucking all of the
Snow.
snow back in your driveway.
Yeah, that's why I did learn where to shovel the stuff. So everything, like when I clear the driveway,
Yeah.
it all goes to the down road. Like it's got to go. You always shovel
You build
the
the pile
down road,
past your driveway.
right? The down road side, so that way when it gets plowed, it gets pushed more down the road and fuck the name.
I don't even care. At this point, I don't care if it snows 4.5 feet outside. I will not shovel until the next morning. I just don't do it. I won't do it. I would rather be out there, like, just waist deep trying to dig myself out one time. I'm doing this one time.
Generally, that is my approach.
Yeah. I tried 1 year to do it. I shoveled 6 times, and I thought that it would be easy. The next morning was the same
Unless
thing.
I know that it's going to be snowing for more than 24 hours.
Right, yeah, that's true.
Then I will shovel more than once.
I will say
twice.
this. I think I do a little more. Not the cookies are really heavy, but I do a bit more lifting and bending and stuff at work than you guys do.
Yeah, I mean,
I will get 2 or 3 shovels in. I'm not doing the whole heavy lifting on one load.
I can do
see
it.
how many shovels I can break with trying to lift too much snow
Yeah,
at one time.
I'm definitely guilty of that too. I mean, I work out 4 days a week. Like, I can do it. I just hate snow that much.
I'm just mostly like, fuck that shovel, man. Like,
Yeah.
I can lift that much weight. Why can't the shovel?
Mark. We're definitely going to find Mark dead in the driveway one day. And it's not because he had a heart attack. The shovel's going to snap and impale him. And he's going to be stuck there. He's going to slowly freeze to death. You lift it up like this. I told you. Yeah, it's going to be right in his neck. All right, so I'm gonna rate this one roughly 5 Mark Snow shovels. No. It's going to be a bomber for me. I think it's a really solid bomber. It's borderline growler. I think it's a really well done Russian beer.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. It's definitely a bomber, but it's definitely one of those beers where I would like to have at least just a stock of bombers.
Agreed. See, I feel like keg works here, not because you want to drink it in one sitting, but like you can just pull off what you needed to give them all.
No, I definitely like if I'm in the mood and I'm like, I want the Imperial Stout, like I want to drink the 2 glasses.
No, like this is a, you know what? After you go, if you do have to go shovel the driveway, I might come in and drink the bomber of this and be like, you know what? The pain went away, my back don't hurt no more, and then I'm going to sleep for the rest of the afternoon.
Or I could drink this and go rock another shovel in another driveway full of snow.
Yeah, exactly. No,
I'm
halfway through. All right, give me one of these, and we're gonna go back out.
I moved. I'm gonna miss my neighbor, man. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say his name, but he would always snow blow the driveway for us, especially the shit at the end that the plow would leave.
That's important.
Oh, man, I'm gonna have to get myself a snow blower.
That's the most important part. So getting rid of that shit.
By the way,
yes,
going into their whole theme and everything.
Yeah.
Their tasting plates, whatever you want to call them, they're actually shield shaped.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get a picture of them?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Are they like when you say shield shaped? Are they like triangle shield shaped, or like kite shield shaped? Or are we talking
kite shield shaped?
Okay. Justin's going, fuck you, nerd. No, for asking that question.
Absolutely not.
And then a little bit of you is hating yourself for going, I know those shapes. Why do I know those shapes?
I laughed because...
Oh, that's fantastic.
That is badass. I laughed because it's a great question. And also, especially being a woodworker, I love when I go somewhere and the flight, the flight thing is shaped like what they're doing. Like I enjoy it. I always like a good flight plate.
So like just
we're just gonna scroll.
Paint a picture.
Those are so cool.
Yeah, you see the various artwork that they have for all the
Oh,
bombers.
and the tap handles are all swords. That's so fucking cool.
Yeah,
like Po' Boy, for instance.
Like 15-year-old me, would think this is thinks this is the coolest place on the fucking planet, and now 35-year-old me is like, yeah, this really is the coolest place.
Not only is it awesome, I can drink here.
Yeah, exactly. Like now I'm allowed here and everything. Like this is awesome. Yeah, there's a they have a red dragon beer. Fucking A. These are my people. These are my people. Dude, I had one of my AOL screen names from way back in the day was Red Dragon Slayer. Come on, like.
I wanted to go onto the Game of Thrones subreddit on Reddit, and just post random shit on it because I've never seen the show.
Okay, I've never gone out. I'm not a big Redditor.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one of those places that like all I hear is Mufasa going, "We do not go to that place." Like, do not go there.
No, that's it. Yeah. There are
That's a dark place.
Not touched there.
Yeah, we do not go there.
I want to go there and post just random dumb shit and see the level of hate that I can accumulate. But I'm afraid that one of them will dox me and find out where I actually live.
Yeah, like you will actually find them. Like,
They'll pick at my house.
yeah. Next
White
thing you,
walkers are not nice. Like,
I feel like you might just find this guy sitting on your step. Come home and just find this guy sitting on your step, sharpening a long sword. Just be
yeah.
like, this is long. It's a real replica.
Yeah, you know what you do is like you go on there and you just post. And so I
J.R.R. Tolkien died yesterday. There was one page left and they're not releasing it.
wrong author of fantasy.
Tolkien? It's not. Oh, sorry. You're right. Sorry.
It's George R. R.
What about Martin? Yeah. I had the right number. I had the right number of letters.
Wait, you fucking kidding me?
What?
Martin died?
No.
Oh, don't fucking tell me that.
No, that's what I was gonna do.
Dude,
No.
I want you to know. It's just like I just cried a little bit.
So to recap, that's what I wanted to do on there.
Except
And then
you said
tell-
token.
And I said J.R.R. Tolkien, which was
Right.
obviously not right. But I was going to tell them that there was one page left, and they're not going to release it because he didn't write the last page. Yeah, I can imagine what would happen to me if I did that.
I'm like, he fucking died because that's my night. That's one of my nightmares that he dies and doesn't finish anything.
He's never
Oh,
finished
he's never going to
that book.
finish.
Never.
It's going to be like the Wheel of Time with Robert Jordan and stuff like that. They're just not going to finish. But I mean, did you know that Tolkien taught at the same school as
C.S. Lewis.
Yeah, C.S. Lewis, or was it C.S. Lewis and he did
The Lion in Which the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they were taught at the same school back in England at the same time. Like, can you imagine having those two guys as like your English teachers? Well,
No.
what do you guys do? Well, we trip balls and we write these crazy books.
Yeah.
It's all about Jesus anyway, but hey, whatever, man, it's crazy. They're talking lions and shit. And hobbits and dragons and fucking Mad Hatters. It's
But
crazy.
anyway, my suggestion for you,
Yeah.
if you want to set the internet on fire, is just go on there and be like, I think that Rickon is the Night King.
I don't know anything about what you just said, but I'll do it.
Rickon's not the Night
I know he's not.
King. We know that.
But if you want to piss off a bunch of people,
We all know that it's Bran is the Night King. Come on. It's clear that Bran's the Night King. We know that he's going to go in there, and that's why I put it on the shade right now. We all know that Bran is the Night King. It's well documented.
I just hear wind right now. I have no game on this. I couldn't even begin to know what's happening.
Well, it's because Bran threw Warg, and that's why he's got accidentally Warg into a Night King.
he has the green side.
Right.
It is a really rare occurrence for me that conversations occur that I have absolutely zero frame of reference for. Typically, I've at least heard the words that have been said before. And not that I can add anything to the conversation, but I at least feel comfortable. In this moment, I couldn't... Those are things I don't know what they are. Like, I can't even, like, imagine what they are.
Yeah, when you guys get like really deep into the chemistry of brewing,
Yeah.
that's what happens to me. That's what I want you to know, that that's what's happened to me. When you guys go like, yeah,
That's a fair point. I'm sure that
the
happens all
pH is under this and this and that, and then we did this, and then some other German words. And I'm like, first off, I didn't learn the language of the oppressor, and second off, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, does it taste good? Yeah, cool. Let's drink it. Which, by the way, Mark, you gave us a rating on this one too, right? We said it's a bomber.
Yeah, it's
So
a
you
hat
went
trick
with
for
Bomber's
bomber
all-
all around.
Hat trick.
Yes, we got a hat trick on this one.
Yeah.
What I wanted to ask Mark about the trip to Ohio, I didn't know you went to 3 other breweries that day.
Where else did you go?
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
That one, huh? Okay.
Shit, they were all that good, huh?
Yeah, so one of them was I don't remember the name of it, but they were just definitely like starting off. Like it was a really cool building. It was like an old stone mill building built like right next to the river,
Yeah.
and they had all the brewing equipment up on like the top floor, which is an interesting choice. And they only had a coffee stat and Hefeweizen on that were like
Okay.
their own produced things, and
Okay.
everything else
Oh,
was
guest
guest
taps.
taps.
Yeah, okay.
The coffee stat was very good, and I think Amy had the Hefeweizen, which was pretty good too. And then let's see, where else did we go? We went to this place called Clubhouse Brewing or something like that, which is owned by a veteran, and definitely doing some interesting stuff. But again, also very kid friendly. They had like, I want to say like 3 or 4 like N64s.
Really?
Yeah, like in the tap room.
That's awesome.
In addition to like a full table.
Did they have GoldenEye?
I didn't really.
If they have GoldenEye, I can move there.
It was pretty cool, but they had the full table. They had a bunch of different board games, and they also had, they had like snacks and stuff, but they also had juice boxes for the kids and whatnot. Their Doppelbock was really, really good, but they didn't have a growler machine, or they weren't.
Dude, obviously, we're gonna get a growler.
They didn't have bottles of anything or anything of that sort, so nothing was brought back from there. But definitely a place to look out for if you're in the area.
Quick interrupt. Speaking of vintage video games, I mentioned in the last episode my brother got married recently.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I played that at your house.
All right. One of the coolest groomsmen gifts I ever got. The preloaded NESs.
Oh yeah,
a little tiny fucker.
Yeah, the little tiny one that runs up USB.
Classic, yeah.
With the 2-foot cord.
Right, with the 2-foot cord and the 30 preloaded games and stuff like that. He handed us, wrapped in brown paper, these boxes, right? And it's me and 3 of his frat brothers, and we open this up, and we all. I've never seen anybody so like it looked like a 6-year-old on Christmas. Really, that's what I meant. His friend.
What is it?
His friend Bill literally was like, "Do we have to go to the wedding? Like, can we just hook this up right now to the TV? Like, well, let's just hook this up, and we don't have to go to the wedding. Like, let's just stay here and play." We had like 60 beers in the fridge still. We were like, we can hang out here for at least a couple hours if we get to go.
A couple hours, probably a couple days there. How much did I fuck up?
Oh, you destroyed it.
Oh,
yeah,
Punch Out? I
Justin
jacked
stopped by,
Punch
we
Out.
played a little Punch
Oh, man.
Punch Out. Not even Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Punch Out.
Old school Punch Out.
And Justin was right back on the horse there.
Punch Out is post Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
No.
Yes.
Punch Out's pre-Mike Tyson's
No.
Punch Out.
I don't know.
I will Google this right now, because I will
Google
fight you over it. I'm not saying that I can't be wrong, but I don't think I am.
I don't know that. But it's got all sorts of games. And it's pretty awesome. And then, in a very cool twist of fate, but the very nice thing, my mother-in-law's been staying with us for a little while. So like that first 2 weeks of 8-play phase, I haven't been a chance to play it because it was in a room where my mother-in-law was staying.
Gotcha.
I can totally play with the child.
Fuck, you're right. I hate you. Hold on. Actually, we're both kind of right. Let me explain.
Are you talking about the arcade game?
No. It was released in Japan as Punch Out in '87. It was released simultaneously in the U.S. as Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Right, and then he beat up.
Yes, and then in 1990 they released the regular Punch Out here.
Right, after he beat up his mom or his girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, Robin Givens.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it was released a month earlier as regular Punch Out in Japan. So,
and then Mike Tyson was then no longer Mike Tyson, and he was Mr. Dream.
Yes, Mr. Dream, exactly. I beat both those motherfuckers. So.
Not the other day when you were
No, not the other day. That's pretty dumb. But back in the day, I beat both multiple times. Mark's way can be in a weird way, which I know is from the game.
That's what Mr. Dream does.
I'm like half hard, so
he whittles his eyebrow at you, and then you gotta hit him really quick.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're dead.
I can't believe that King Hippo gave me that much trouble, to be honest with you. I remembered exactly what to do, but I just couldn't do it. Mark's doing an amazing impression of that right now. Everyone needs to watch the YouTube video of this, and I really feel like that's going to be what, if you go to our Instagram right now, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to be our...
that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And then it goes... And then it goes... You got to be like...
Gosh, hitting the sound pretty close.
Yeah, stop it. Did you work on this game?
Because you know these sounds really well.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the breweries. Do you remember any of the other breweries?
That's 2 of them.
Clubhouse and Paladin, and another one that you didn't really remember. The last one you remember?
I can't remember what it is right now.
When it comes to you, we'll figure it out.
Personal question. This was all before you went with your brother?
What?
Did your brother go with you, or is
yeah?
Before? Okay. Oh, he did. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you went before you got to your brother.
No.
Okay. Right. It was Thursday. You drove out Wednesday. Yeah.
Right.
What did your brother think of all these? You like him?
Yeah, he was, felt the same way that I did about Clubhouse. He's a fan of Paladin and what they do.
Had he been to any of them before?
He'd definitely been to Paladin before. Clubhouse was new to him. The other place that I can't remember the name of was new to him.
Okay.
And, just drawing a blank on, the place we stopped at. I think that was new to him as well.
New beer. Speaking of new beers, I mean, is there anything new coming out on the island recently? Shout out to West Hampton. That's fairly new still.
We still need to make a proper trip to North Fork.
North Fork
was a standout at the Craft Classic for us. I mean, their use of local yeasts, as much as we joked around in a much previous episode about it, we were very impressed. The Craft Classic. Was that a Dunkelweiss they had? With the raspberries?
I don't remember it was a Dunkelweiss.
It was a Weiss of some kind. I don't remember. Yeah, it was a German sour beer with raspberries.
It was a beer fermented with yeast cultured up off of raspberries that had raspberries in it.
Yeah. Well, no, it was specifically cultured off the raspberries they put in the batch. I went out of my way to ask him that question. No. And he said it was.
I'm not entirely sure.
The little sparkle you saw in my eye there, Justin, was just the thought of a really good beer name. I've seen like the meme or something like all my vices are devices. Have you ever seen that thing, Flutter? Just something like a tweet or something.
Yeah.
Like, people saying like, oh man, all my vices are Weisses would be a great beer.
That would be a great beer name. And actually, I'm making a Berliner Weiss for Bats and Brews. I might use that.
You should use that. All my vices are Weisses.
We're currently, Steph is going to go to me. We've been wanting to go to Bats and Brews for the last 2 years. It's a swank. Setauket. It's a pretty
Setauket. What's the
Sweetbriar Nature Preserve is Taps and Talents in Smithtown.
Bats and Brews is the one I always get confused with Taps and Talents.
Yes.
Bats and Brews is the one second top.
Yes.
It's in Setauket, but yes.
No,
it's in second top.
Seekatocket.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm fucking up. You're right. We all have to do it.
Now that we got the Wookiee noises in, and everybody Googles.
It does not appear that anybody has yet named a beer that.
Seatuck, right, yeah.
Seekatuck.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just Seatuck. I just looked it up. It's Seatuck.
I thought there was an extra.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm sorry.
Welcome to my fucking planet.
I'm sorry.
The last episode, I was having a goddamn aneurysm. Clank. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I don't give a fuck anymore.
I now know your pain.
Yeah, it's all good. And honestly, the way you hear it in there is not as bad as the way not as bad as the way they hear it in there. So we're fine.
I'm going to take you.
Yeah, that's why I want to grab you by the neck when you hit your thing. Like that's why you see me like violently look at you when I slow down because I realize you didn't mean to do it. But like the instant response is like that.
I'm so sorry. I apologize so much. You know what this is?
This is only 105, don't sweat it.
No. You know what this is? This is me the same moment like when I first started teaching and I literally went to one of my high school teachers and I apologized to her and I said, I'm sorry for what I did to you when you were my teacher and I was a student in your class. I'm like,
gotcha.
I apologize to you.
Yeah.
I apologize to you.
Don't sweat it. Not a big deal.
Do we have any final thoughts on Paladin Brewing here?
No, I mean, just that I like their stuff and probably want them out there again next time for Thanksgiving or whatever that is. It's probably going to see about picking up some other large format bottles or crowlers or whatever.
I wouldn't mind doing a part 2 of this for sure. The beers were high quality.
I might ask you to grab me another one of the
Imperial Nights.
The night that we just had.
Oh my god.
And throw that in the fridge and let that hang out for
Justin spilled some Russian Imperial Stout mostly on my leg. Okay, boy. Yeah, I got this. Definitely don't bend down on me.
Listen, it didn't hit the computer, so we're okay.
It narrowly missed the computer.
Very
narrow. It would have been my own fault, though, so we're okay.
Yeah. All right. Well,
now that beer has been spilled.
Now that beer's been spilled, I think it's time for us to pause and clean up and pull it back.
Sounds good, guys.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
If you enjoyed Beertastic Voyage, please be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and don't forget to review and rate us. The guys can be found online at www.beertasticvoyage.com, on Facebook at www.facebook.com/beertasticvoyage, and Twitter and Instagram at Beertastic Show, or send them a good old-fashioned email at beertasticvoyage@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and cheers for local beers.